I'm going to help you understand how to find equivalent rates. Let's get started. The first example, it says we have 5 kilometers every minute. We would like to know how many kilometers every hour. We know 5 kilometers every minute. We would like to know how many kilometers every hour. We notice we're going from minutes to hours. How many minutes are there in an hour? There are 60 minutes. So we multiply by 60. What we do to one side, we do to the other side. 5 times 60, 300 kilometers an hour. 5 kilometers a minute. If you're traveling 5 kilometers every minute, that means in an hour you're going to travel 300 kilometers. We're going from minutes to hours. How many minutes are there in an hour? There are 60 minutes, so we multiply by 60, and we multiply by 60 on this side as well. Let's do the next one. We're going, and they are telling us $35 per kilogram. We would like to know the cost per gram. We're going from kilograms to grams. We know there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So here we notice we're going from the big unit to the small unit. Big unit to small unit, we are going to divide by 1,000 because there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Here we multiplied because we're going from a small to a big unit. Here we're going from a big unit to a small unit. Very important to know that rule. The rule is small unit to larger unit, we multiply. Large unit going down to smaller unit, we are going to divide. We divide by 1,000 because there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Now we divide by 1,000 on this side, we divide 1,000 on this side. 35 divide by 1,000. In your calculator you can do it and you're going to get 0.035. So in reality 0.035 is like 3.5 cents for every gram. Next, 2 liters per minute. We want to find the equivalent rate of how many liters per hour. We're going from minutes to hours, from a small unit to a larger unit. We know we've got to multiply. Multiply by how much? We're going to multiply by 60 because there are 60 minutes in an hour. So we multiply 60 here, we do the same on this side too. 2 times 60, 120 liters in every hour. So 2 liters a minute is equivalent to 120 liters in every hour. This example here, 240 T is tons, 240 tons per day. How many tons per hour? We're going from a large unit to a smaller unit, from days to hours, so we're going to divide. We're going to divide by 24 because there are 24 hours in a day. We do the same on this side as well. What we do to one side, we do to the other. 240 divided by 24, the rate is going to be 10 tons every hour. 10 tons every hour is equivalent to 240 tons every day. This is the way to find equivalent rates. We found them and we noticed we are changing one unit from minutes to hours, and here we're going from days to hours. Here we're going from kilograms to grams, and here minutes to hours. We're going to do 2 more examples. Watch carefully and you'll learn even more. 2 more examples. These examples we have to be careful. We are finding equivalent rates, however the 2 units are changing. Let's see what we mean by that. We have 20,000 milliliters per hour. We want to change it to liters per day. We notice milliliters is going to change to liters, and hours going to change to days. So we're changing 2 of the units. We've got to be extra careful. We're going to do 2 steps. The first step, let's change the first unit and then we'll change the second unit. We know we're going from milliliters to liters. From milliliters to liters, we're going to divide by 1,000 because we're going from milliliters to liters. There are 1,000 milliliters in a liter. So we know we are going to divide, which means 20 liters. 20 liters an hour. Now that's completed. We've changed the milliliters to liters. So the first one has been done. Now we're going from hours to days. Hours to days. Well, we know we're going to multiply by 24. Multiply by 24. Well, times 24, you're going to get a day. There are 24 hours in a day. We multiply here by 24 as well. 24 times 20, 480 liters a day. Very important. We did 2 steps. The first step is to change milliliters to liters. We know the rule that if you're changing from milliliters to liters, you've got to divide by 1,000. There are 20,000 milliliters, which make 20 liters. We learned that in previous lessons. How to change capacity. We learned how to change from milliliters to liters and also to kiloliters as well. Very important. If you need to go back to check that out. 20,000 milliliters divided by 1,000 is 20 liters. Now that was the first step. 20 liters an hour. Now we're going from hours to days. Well, we know there are 24 hours in a day. We multiply by 24. We multiply by 24 on this side. That way we've actually changed both and we've made, they are equivalent now, equivalent rates. 480 liters a day is the same as 20,000 milliliters an hour. You need to concentrate on these ones. Next example. The next example, 6 kilometers per hour. We want it to be equivalent meters per minute. So kilometers to meters and hours to minutes. Let's get started. Be careful, we're not going to make any mistakes. We're going from kilometers to meters. We times by 1,000. Again, we learned that before in a previous lesson where we're changing length, units of length. We know from kilometers to meters, we multiply by 1,000. So we have 6,000 meters per hour. We've changed kilometers to meters. That's done. Now we're going to change from hours to minutes. To go from hours to minutes, we're going to divide by 60. There are 60 minutes in an hour. We're going to divide by 60. 6,000 divided by 60 is 100 meters a minute. So 100 meters per minute is the speed. It's equivalent to 6 kilometers every hour. Again, watch out. You are changing both units. The first unit and the second unit. The first unit changed and the second unit changed. We are doing 2 steps. Always remember that.